From Sacha Baron Cohen and Isla Fisher to Liam Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus, the proof is in the tape measure. Couples featuring a drastic difference in height are the happiest. Well, that's what scientists are saying. According to a recent study led by Dr. Katay Son, couples with a taller man and a shorter woman tend to be happier. From being better protectors to better earners, there are a handful of reasons why this could very well be true. When it comes to this theory, do you believe the hype? Okay, so apparently tall men make fantastic husbands. Sorry, Napoleon. And you, Danny DeVito. But before I explain why scientists have come to this conclusion, I should mention how tall the ideal tall man should be. According to Polish anthropologist Bogusław Pawlowski, when looking for a male partner, a person should put height at the top of their list. You know, just above being a good person and being respectful and trustworthy, of course. Pawlowski ran a study in 2004 to test the importance of height when it came to relationships. He determined that in a relationship between a man and a woman, the man needs to be 1.09 times taller than his partner to have marital bliss. According to the anthropologist, that's why some famous couples have fared well in the relationship department. Some of the couples with this correct height ratio include Sherry and Tony Blair and Victoria and David Beckham. Of course, he also included Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt on this list, but you know how that turned out. So, while this may be true a lot of the time, having a taller man in a relationship isn't always a sure bet for a perfect match. Another study run by Dutch psychologists in 2013 explored why women tend to be more attracted to men of taller stature, along with why people themselves are satisfied with their own height. The researchers found that people tend to seek out partners with similar heights to themselves. This is known as assertive mating. While this does happen in relationships, the study revealed that no one ever seemed 100% happy with their partner's height. For the most part, men were partial to women who were just a bit shorter than they were at about 3 inches. Women liked it when the man was much taller than them at a whopping 8 inches. So, do women actually seek men who are taller? Well, this theory should be taken with a grain of salt, and maybe some platform shoes for the guys. There are other studies that have taken place over the last 20 years that prove how being in a relationship with a taller man does have its benefits. Women have evolved to want taller men. Are all women destined to feel happier with men who are much taller than they are? Based on Dr. Son's research of 7,850 women, a wife's happiness is largely dependent on her husband's height. Many women in the study claimed to be attracted to taller men for reasons they couldn't explain. Son chalked this reasoning up to evolution. Perhaps women felt this way because it's just the way they're built to feel. That's probably because, during the years of early humankind, men were better suited as hunter-gatherers and would provide for the women in their lives. But Son concluded that this evolutionary reasoning only mattered up until a woman turned 18. After that time, height wouldn't be as much of a deal-breaker. Taller men are more protective. Oh great, another excuse to be a damsel in distress, huh? Well, based on the research, a lot of women like to feel protected in a relationship. According to a 2014 study from Rice University and the University of North Texas, when it comes to matters of the heart, being with a taller man proved desirable to many women. 601 women were studied, and many of them had positive things to say about being with taller men. Some women claimed that they felt weird gazing into a shorter man's eyes. One woman said she liked the idea of reaching up and putting her arms around a taller man's neck. Some women explained that they like to feel delicate yet secure by a taller man's side. Or maybe it was the big cowboy hat. Taller men are thought to be smarter. So, taller men have bigger brains too, huh? Not exactly. But there is a direct correlation between one's height and intelligence, according to a 2014 study by Generation Scotland. In the study, a group of men were given IQ tests, and those who were taller tended to score higher. It didn't say if they were wearing kilts or not. Of course, genetic factors were also taken into account, proving that intelligence wasn't solely based on height. But even so, the study proved that there is a correlation between height and intelligence. It isn't just a tall tale. So, the next time you study for an exam, find the tallest guy in the class and study with them. Just kidding. Kind of. Taller men make more money. Have you ever been asked your height during a job interview? Well, that'd be kind of inappropriate. But it does seem that the taller you are, the bigger your paycheck is. According to an article in the Journal of Applied Psychology in 2004, a person who stands at 6 feet is predicted to earn around $166,000 more during a 30-year-long career than a man who stands at just 5 feet 5. Sounds unbelievable, right? But this height-to-income ratio has been studied even further in other studies with similar results. In a study led by Ann Case and Christina Paxson of Princeton University, a 1-inch increase in height can actually lead to a 2 to 2.5% increase in earnings. So, does that mean that if you want to raise at work, you should start eating more spinach in hopes of growing a little taller? Well, I remember that spinach is more for big muscles, not height. Remember, Popeye was actually shorter than olive oil. But maybe hard work could do the trick just as well. Being taller means a higher social status. Pun intended. Back in high school, did you notice that the taller guys were more popular? This could have been because they had more confidence and were more comfortable in social situations. Over time, this could lead to social adaptability that can help a man achieve hard-to-reach goals. This theory was confirmed in a study published in PLOS Scientific Journal in 2015. Researchers found that a person's height was positively related to interpersonal dominance in relationships, especially between two people. In many different cultures, being tall has been related to dominance, so it's no surprise they're highly regarded in social situations. Must be nice to be so tall, huh? Well, so far, you've learned about why being with a taller man can be beneficial to a relationship. But what about the other way around? Do relationships with a shorter man and a taller woman stand the test of time? Well, it's not as common to see a woman taller than her male partner. It does happen. Take musician Keith Urban and his wife Nicole Kidman. They've been happily married for 13 years and seem to be going strong. Could it be because Nicole's taller than him? Maybe. But then again, she was also married to Tom Cruise, whom she was significantly taller than, and that didn't last. There are lots of studies proving that tall women in relationships make good partners, but it seems it can't be that bad. Hey, remember Popeye and his taller girlfriend Olive Oil? They've been together since the 1930s. So why do you think relationships last? Do you think the heights of people involved has anything to do with it? Or is it based on more than that? Boy, I hope so. If you love Brightside's videos, don't forget to give this one a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe. Stay on the bright side.